Hi there, I'm Jacqui Swenson and I'm here to talk about my myelitis diagnosis and my recovery journey. It all started back in 2014 when I was actually stung by a wasp trekking around Spain. In my right arm, I went numb all down the arm after the sting and progressed over a couple of days until I was admitted into hospital back in London on my return. I went through a lot of tests. I had spinal tap, the brain scan, MRI scan. I was under the care of a neurologist who, after the actual spinal tap, I actually reacted badly and the spine leaked twice, which isn't meant to happen, which was really unfortunate, and I was already struggling to stand up and was walking into a lot of things, and actually then at that point I was properly bedridden and couldn't move because of a headache and my spine leaking. So that wasn't ideal. My neurologist I was under the care of, he was fantastic. I'd been passed around a few doctors and luckily got him at the Royal Free Hospital. He tried certain medications like gabapentin, steroids. They actually weren't helping and the numbness continued. He sent me, I didn't know what to do, so I went to a support group, a myelitis support group, where people with like neurological issues just went and kind of did a talk. So I went there and I was like, oh, this is all quite new to me. I was 28. So I met, everyone had to talk about their story, and a guy there who had MS had been in a wheelchair, and he said he used something called mindset, that he said, I'm going to get myself out of this wheelchair. Now this caught my attention, and he said, I went every day to the gym, I did cardio, I literally burnt down the inflammation, and all the other people in the room were sitting around very sick like myself, and I said, do you know what, then that's for me. I want to get better and I will do whatever I can, because I'd been sick 6 months, a year at that point, even beforehand having symptoms. So that was it. I was going to use mindset and cardio to get better. Now this took a bit of time. By the time I was 30, I was still experiencing symptoms, starting to cycle a bit, kind of going to hospital appointments, but then I got on the bike. I didn't have money, and I got on the bike and I cycled my ass off every day. I couldn't even feel my right leg at the beginning, which luckily I can now, and I'm very grateful for. But I cycled and I cycled and I cycled. First week I did 5 miles a day, and then I felt terrible and I was like, how is this working? But I used to scream out loud, this will make you better, this will reduce inflammation, you're gonna get better. And I just continued, I shouted it, and it became like a lone ritual, because I lost a lot of friends at the time because people disappeared. They don't want to be around a sick person. But I had my bike and I had my mindset and I was on a recovery. At the same time, I was studying nutritional biochemistry and NLP coaching, where I learned a lot about the immune system and how certain foods can impact well-being. So I started going and looking at diet, eating a lot of raw foods, fresh foods. I was diagnosed with a histamine intolerance at the same time. So really restricted diet, but as much nutrient-dense food as I could get into me. And that also aided my recovery. Things got a lot better and I started to get in a really, really good place. What was the point that actually tipped me over the edge into greatness was mindfulness. I started meditating, learning how to breathe properly, learning how breathing well would benefit the immune system, and that just being at peace with myself. Yeah, I've got these pins and needles, let them do what they want to do. And it was my neurologist and an osteopath I was going to at the time, some really smart people I had around me, that said, do you know what? It is what it is. Your body's fighting this. It's going to do what it's going to do. Try and bear with it. Now 3 years ago, that was something that really frustrated me, and there was no way I was just going to bear with it. I wanted to fix everything. But I listened to them. I let it do what it had to do. And I did what I could do that was in my control. I was accountable for my own actions, getting it better as much as I could through diet, cardio, and mindfulness. And now I'm in a really good place. I'm stronger. I've never been so healthy in my life. I've never felt happy until now. And yeah, I just want other people to know that you might feel really alone, but if you know that you're doing this for a good reason, for yourself, for your family, for your friends, or if you're just doing it to not be in hospital all the time, have your why, have your reason why you're doing it, and work with that. Work with your allies, work with your own resources. I didn't have money, I couldn't go to a gym like that guy. I used my bike and I committed wholeheartedly to it. This is me getting better.